So it's Russ here. Mount Lemmon Highway opened just today, and so I decided to head up early and see what the condition of the mountain was. And while there's a lot of damage, there's a lot of destruction up there, there's also a lot of things that survived. There's a lot of beauty still up there, so it was good to see. I thought I'd post this video, so for those of you who don't have a chance to go up, or don't have a chance to go up soon, you can get a chance to see kind of what it's like. I apologize for the audio and video quality. I just had my old GoPro sitting on the dashboard, so it picked up some, but it didn't pick up as much as I hoped. But I hope you can get a feel for what's going on up the mountain. This video is going to pick up right after I cross the General Hitchcock campground, and that's roughly milepost 12 or so. I didn't see anything burned below that, and it was actually a little bit above General Hitchcock before I finally saw anything at all. So, for what it's worth, here's what I saw today. Milepost 12. I think I read that the burn got close to General Hitchcock, so I ought to be keeping my eyes open. So far I haven't seen a thing. Still no visible burn that I've seen. Which is nice. You can't see it because you're looking straight forward, but I can look out the left side, and you know, the lower parts of the mountain range are still beautiful condition up there. Now I see a whole bunch of reddish brown over on my left. I guess that might be a burn. I'm not sure. I think, oh, it is. So you can see a little bit out there. But one could be grateful. There's obviously some significant impact, and I don't know what that's going to be like after a season, but it doesn't look like that area was just annihilated like some of my fears. I'm sure I'm going to see some really painful stuff up here. Yeah, you can just see swaths of the mountain. Not where you're looking, but I was looking off to the side, more along in that area where I was showing you. Now here again, I've got discolored trees mixed in with regular trees. So I think what I'm seeing here are burned. Yeah, these are burned. But there's a lot of trees that are still standing in the area. Kind of all intermixed. Some trees look like they got hit. Some trees right next to them seem to have survived. That much is hopeful.
see a whole hillside. Like most of the leaves are still on there, but they were all turned reddish brown here. I don't know. Yeah, I think the camera should be seeing that. I don't know if the color quality is good enough to pick it up, but that whole hillside at the peak above us. And now we have it here. The side I'm not showing you, as you can see the burn scars on the ground, the side I'm not showing you is actually more or less untouched, it seems. That's Willow Canyon Road there. Same thing over here on the slope above us. A lot of greenery that survived, but also a whole mix of interspersed trees. Whole burn thing up above on the right that you didn't catch, but here you can see it. And all into that canyon there's a lot of damage. I'm kind of pointing out whatever I see. It's, oh, look at that whole hillside there. I know it's probably going to get worse as I get, oh, you can see quite a bit on the far slope onto my left. Right up to the road here. I know it's probably going to get worse as we get higher, but for what I've seen so far, it looks like in a lot of places you can see that the underbrush burned, and you know, you'll see swaths of trees that have been killed. But then there's a lot of, oh, right there at the Rose Canyon Road. See if this motorcyclist wants to go around. Yeah, so there's a lot of places here where the trees have been killed. But interspersed with it, you've got other trees that survived. I don't know for sure, but my guess is that it came in here, burned the undergrowth at moderate intensity, and like, it didn't actually destroy the trees themselves. It didn't, you know, you're not seeing toothpicks or anything like that. Haven't seen any of that, but it looks like there is a non-trivial number of trees that have been killed by the fire. So you're seeing the yellowed pine needles of a tree that's either dead or dying. There's a whole hillside that's, some of it has actually been burned entirely. A lot of it just turned yellow. Yeah, so we're certainly not losing all the trees in this area, but we are going to be losing a significant number of them. Like, you got some of these really large trees and they're dying from the roots up. I think we're going to lose most of the trees along the side here. Just looking at what the needles are like. Maybe I'm wrong. maybe that's what a light burn looks on pine needles, but I don't think so. I think that this was almost entirely on the ground, and it just killed some of the trees in the process. Oh, you just got that whole hillside. That whole hillside there is just, some of it just burned to ash. Other places where the trees still stand, but they're dead. It's kind of wild. You come up here, and at first glance it looks like it's fall, where you got the trees turning color. And then you look at it and you realize that the trees that have turned color are evergreens. And they're not supposed to ever turn. And so every place you see something that looks like fall is actually a tree that's dying. Yeah, everything got toasted on the side here, but it looks like some of it survived. I don't know. Yeah, right there on the slope up to Bigelow. Look at that, you got just a bare patch of ground where there's nothing left. So far we haven't lost entire hillsides like we did in the Aspen fire, but I think when we get up closer to Control Road, we're going to find some of that. Was Incinerator Roads there. We're about to hit the visitor center. Got some, protected green. Yeah, I think they worked hard to protect this area. Bless them for that. Everything's just beautiful green all through here around the visitor center. And got some trees that look like they're suffering here. I can't see the burn scars on the left side of the road, so can't be totally sure. Okay, so the left side's been burned here. Right side, doesn't seem like you even particularly lost the pine needles. Yeah, I'm looking left. There's a whole bunch of trees hurting over there, but there's a whole bunch of trees that are doing all right as well. Yeah, it came right up the hill here, I think. Yeah, burn marks on the left side. Looks clean on the right. Looks like it came up the left side and they stopped it here. Reduce speed limit 25. Okay. Got some structures that survived down there on the left side. Some more over there, a little outbuilding of some sort that survived. Oh, you can't see it, but coming up the far slope on the left side, just a severe burn. But this is beautiful. They held it here. Very nice. I had heard that it hit Bear Wallow. That was Bear Wallow Road, right, that we just passed. There wasn't burn visible from here. Now you go further in, it may have been hit, but there's still a lot of pretty country up here that's been saved. God bless the firefighters. Is this burn on the right? I think it is. Yeah. Oh, some of that's real bad. I'm seeing some sticks. Not all of them, but I'm seeing some trees that are just nothing left but the trunk. There are some that survived, but looks like over here on the right we lost most of the trees, I think. Either directly they were destroyed or they're dying. Whole bunch here. Been toasted pretty well. Oh, it's just this whole southern slope is just char. Or I'm sorry, that's the northern slope, the right-hand slope. that on the left too. That's it, Summer Haven. Of course, Summer Haven was hit bad by the Aspen fire, but I'm seeing a lot of black on the ground that makes me think that it's New Bern. Yeah, we just lost, well, whole portions of the hillside on the right side here. Yeah, there's just nothing left. Although, in the midst of the burn, there's already little plants trying to grow up. God bless God for renewal of life. Man, it overtopped this whole mountaintop. On our right, I can see Control Road. It's just exposed. Whole road just burned. Kind of wanted to see the fire department. Looked like it burned in that video. I don't know if it's visible. Oh, that whole hillside's gone. That's the building that in that firestorm got destroyed. That video of the firestorm that happened on June 17th was taken from atop a building that's just out of sight to the right here. And this is the building it was looking down on, the one that burned in the storm. The whole hillside's gone. Just matchsticks. Well, we knew this valley got hit bad. Man, all the way down, couple of thousand feet. It's still just matchsticks all the way down. I'm going to take a look at Ski Valley and then come back to Summer Haven. Got burn marks all along here on the right hand side, but the trees don't seem heavily affected. I don't know, oh no, oh wow, you can't see it here, but there's just a thin line of trees and then it's just black on up the hill. Left side's okay. That's doing all right. This is basically, I think, on the opposite slope, you know, over the top of the hill from where that firestorm happened, and there's quite a bit of spillover here. Something's surviving. Yeah, I can just see it through the trees. There's just a line of trees. A lot of them are going to die, I think, but there's a line of trees that survive, and then it's just gone up above. Oh my. and these trees burned. They got a lot of needles left, but at least the base burned. So I don't know if these trees look okay so far. But right up at the top of the hill, I guess the camera can probably see that. Just dying trees all around. Ski slopes look okay. Doesn't look like they even got touched. But this side, yeah, it's pretty bad. This whole slope was protected. Well, yeah, I think so. But right over here, dead trees over there. But look, green growing amongst it. What's this? Is that burn or... No, I think that's a bulldozer cut. I think that's a bulldozer cut to help manage flooding. Oh, we got a lot all through here. Or, well, there's a whole bunch of pine needles on the ground. I guess maybe they're freshly fallen. I'm not quite certain. Yeah, some of this, I think the burn came through here too. Yeah. Yeah. Got a bunch of fresh burn on the left side here. So that's the story. A lot's been lost.
but a lot has survived too. A lot of sadness for pretty places. It could be a little less pretty, but there's still things to come up here for. So God bless the firefighters who worked so hard to save it. Thank you to God himself, because he provided life again in the midst of it. This is Russ. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.